Hi, well today I thought I would show you around our Burstner 728G Limited a few people have been asking what have you done to your motorhome, so I thought today I would just do you a quick trip and you can see what we've done to ours. Not many mods, but one or two that you might find useful. Okay, so going in, one of the first things we do, we have a lot of people asking what do you put in these little cupboards. So here we have a fire extinguisher. And I also have these suction cups. These suction cups fit on the side of the motorhome just about here. One here, one on the door, and stop the door from flying through if the wind gets it and breaks your fly screen. They're really easy to break, plastic clips, so we've broken one. We found out this the hard way. So that's what we do to stop that from happening. I do know some people put bungees around here and around the driver's door, but I did notice it started to scratch there, so we decided to stop doing that. Inside we've not done a great deal. I think for those that haven't been in the Limited, other than the seats and the L-shaped seats here, other than that there's not a great deal of difference between this and a normal 728G. Like I said, I think we've got things like Limited on here, and that's about it. So what other little things have we done? Suction cup for our towel holder there on the side. This has got the larger XXX oven, and so there's no coffee pod holder here because the glass screen gets in the way and knocks it around. Moving further down, this is all pretty standard. We have put a microwave up here. I'm 6 foot tall, so it's not particularly high for me. I know some people have thought that it can be a little bit high. One of the features of the 728G is this lovely cupboard. As you can see, we put all kinds of stuff in here, and this is one of the things that really got us onto the 728Gs. We wanted a garage, we wanted the beds to be able to give us the extra space in the room. So other than that, we still haven't put anything in the picture frame. Nothing in particular in here that we've done, other than I think we've just put a couple of coat hooks on the top to hang wet coats and towels, so when it's been raining, your wet coat can drip into the shower area. Again, up here, pretty standard. The only thing that we bought are a couple of these little things here that fit into the rail. So what is it? It's just a USB port that clips into the rail, Dometic or Dometic, whichever way, and we use those especially when it's hot to put little fans alongside and keep us cool in the evening. So pretty standard in here. We've just put some extra coat hooks around just to make things a little bit easier to manage. Okay, so we'll move on to the onto the front bit. So one of the things I've done is bought one of these wolf box systems. This clips onto your interior mirror, which is not much use other than looking at anyone who's sat behind you. But this has got a camera on the back, and so I can have that constantly playing. It also has a forward-facing camera which you can change. It does have it's all touch sensitive, and you can change it to which camera you want. You can take photographs with it, and you can video with it. Change it to the front camera if you want, or you can have half and half. I tend to just leave it on the back. But very, very good quality, much better quality than the Burstner Dometic that comes on the Pioneer system. This one is exceptionally clear, night vision as well, so at night it picks up everything, even in the dark. Okay, so that's really all I've done here. One of these days I will get around to actually wiring that in properly instead of having the cables going down, but not today. Okie dokie, as you've noticed, this is a 2-berth. So a lot of them come with a drop down bed. Our previous 728G had a drop down bed, this one doesn't. So what does that mean? It means that your cupboards are actually all in a nice straight line. They're all fitted, and you actually get a little bit more cupboard space. The other thing you get is a lot more light, because the bed covers up this skylight normally, and also you've got a bed here, so it was very close to my head. So if you're over 6 foot, you tend to stoop a little bit. And of course what they've done here is put these extra lights across. But as our children have now decided they don't want to come with mum and dad anymore, because one's 21 and one's 18, then it's fine for a 2-berth. Moving on to the TV again. A lot of people have been talking about the outside cable for the TV. Okay, so I don't know whether this was just Camper UK that did this, but I'll show you. So we have an internal and an external aerial point, along with the 12 volt power, and we also have a 3-pin plug, which I just use to charge up the phone. That stays in there, and so yeah, so on ours, if you get a campsite that has an aerial plug into the power, which you sometimes get, we can plug that in the outside and watch the television on the inside. So it's not just for watching TV on the awning, which some people say, and they've kindly labelled it up for us. So outside, inside, we just take it off and move it. If we want to go for the inside aerial, we come into here, and then we go to the inside aerial. So putting that back, so the inside aerial is above the cooker, just here at the back, so you can raise and lower the aerial. That's the booster. Again, switch on and off, so we can either watch on a booster, or we can watch through an external aerial. Okay, so a couple of more little extras that I had fitted. I had this done when it was new. So on the 728G, the leisure battery sits underneath the extra seat. I had a second leisure battery put in, just to make sure if I do any wild camping or there's any issues, I've got plenty of power. And the other thing I did is change the solar regulator. So I've got this one in that also charges the engine battery, whereas the standard one doesn't. It will only charge the leisure batteries. So this was done by a local guy here, David Schofield. I will leave his details on the bottom. Is an ex-Burstner main dealer mechanic who went freelance. So there's nothing about Burstners he doesn't know, so you can be very trusting with him, and he's a super guy at very reasonable rates too, rather than paying main dealer prices. So that's one thing to look out for, is that the standard solar regulator doesn't charge your engine battery that comes on the Burstner. So if you do want to do that and keep your engine battery topped up all the time, then this is the way to go. Okay, so that's pretty much the inside that we all know now. We've got the bin, which we only tend to use for waste paper and your dustpan and brush, and I'll let you work that one out if you haven't done that before. The rest of the fittings are pretty much the same. What have I done at the back? Okay, so if I open this, this is probably the biggest modification I've done. So what I've done is I've taken some 3 centimetre by 3 centimetre battening, and I've screwed that into the frame all the way around on every surface, as you can see. So I've got lots of hooks and bungees. I keep a tidy bag and plastic boxes here, and what I also do is make sure that everything I need first when I get to a campsite is by the door. So I've got my power cable, I've got the spare power cable, I've got water, and it's all by the door. Here's our TV cable, which we have coiled up, and this is the tailor-made screen for the front, and this just some little solar lights that's fallen off. Coming around the side, what else have we done? Not a great deal. We've put the gas low system in, so you can see we've got the gas low system. I keep some spare piping here. Here are the valves for the gas low system, so each one of those are for Spain and Europe and France, so I can always get gas wherever I am in Europe. Really simple. For those that haven't seen it, it really is like filling it with petrol. Undo that, put your gas in, fill it up and drive away. Simple as that. Coming onto here, standard pretty much. You've got your little wrench to open the wastewater. The only thing I have in here extra is one of these. This I put on here so I can put put that on there to fill up with water with a hose pipe if I need to, and I just keep it rattling around in there. Pretty much okay. So that from that point of view is pretty much it. What else did I do? On the front I actually fitted some daylight driving lights. They're LED lights, because these ones here are pretty dim. So they are proper LED driving lights. They switch the headlights, they come off. What else have I done under the back? I carry a spare wheel. I'll try and get you underneath here. See? There's the spare wheel under there. I bought the frame. And pretty much, there you go. Sits underneath nicely. The normal Fiat system brings it down with your with the necessary tools that are already fitted as standard, and it sits underneath. There you go. So that's the Fiat Ducato spare wheel holder, which you just need to buy a couple of bolts to make sure it's properly secured. So another thing we had done at the dealership is that we had a tow bar put on. Why did we do that? Well, if you come this way, I have a scooter which I tow. Here it is at the moment. So we tow the X-Max 300 on the back. Technically it can fit inside the garage. It is less than 250 kilograms, which is your maximum floor load. But I don't want to do that because it just about takes all the payload, so I pull it on the tow bar. So I hope you enjoy looking around the 728G. If you've got any questions, please let me know, and I'll try them, answer them if you leave them at the bottom. And thanks for watching. Okay, happy touring, and you never know, I may well even see some of you out there at some point. Take care, bye bye.